Living longer isn't just about luck. It's about what you're doing every single day. And that accumulates over time into either good or bad. It can make your life path be like this or like this. So I want to be as much like this as possible. So I'm about to talk about some things that we discovered for many, many years, things you may not have even heard of, to help your overall daily routine to improve your health now and in the future. And remember, 100 years is 36,525 days. So it's not that much that we're here on planet Earth. And it really is significant for you to take action and start to understand your body better. So I hope you really enjoy this podcast.
Hi, everyone. It's Cameron again. Today I'm here with Dr. Chris Cormier. We're going to be talking about longevity. Hello, Dr. Cormier.
Hi, Cameron.
What does true longevity mean beyond simply just reaching 100 years?
In my opinion, what I would love to do in my life is feel as good as I can possibly feel until God plucks me. So I don't really know when that is for everybody, right? So it could be at a certain number when God picks your number. But I want to make sure that I feel, my family members, my patients, everybody around me feels as good as possible until then. I don't want to succumb to the typical, you just need more and more pills, like a 5-gallon bucket of pills in a nursing home, and then wait for your number to be plucked.
How much of longevity do you think is genetic based or versus daily habits and lifestyle choices?
All of it factors, no matter how you look at it. So remember, we talk about every person has 30 trillion cells that we start with, and those cells, remember, nobody's born with a perfect set. We all have genetic defects. I think the research shows about 4 generations passes to you. So you can imagine it's not perfect, but it's so crucial that people make the best of their life health-wise so that generations after them, if you really start out with a lot of weaknesses in your cells and then you don't do all the right things, well, then you're passing that even more to your generations to come, your kids and your kids' kids. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, just think about your kids and their kids and your great-grandkids. That's what you're passing to them if you're not doing the right thing. So it definitely matters. But outside of your genetics, what you get, some people start with a very bad, I always call it like a terrible car, a beat up car, and in terms of what they start with those 30 trillion from genetic defects. And some start with a beautiful Ferrari with hardly any genetic defects. From the moment they start living, some people with that beautiful Ferrari, if they're not doing the right things on a day-to-day basis, then by the time they're 35 years old, that car's shot. That's what you want to think of. And other people will take that beat up car and they'll do all the right things and completely reverse a lot of those things to where that car's running and they help their genetics.
Why is the concept of 36,525 days such a powerful way to think about your health?
You want to think of 100 years, right? I mean, it's 100 years in that thought process. It just brings it into reality. Like, we're not here that long. I know it feels like a long time, but it's not that long, honestly. It's like this glimmer of time that we're here. So it's so crucial. We've been blessed and to get this amazing human body that we have. And some people, think their bodies are just terrible because they're just run down, but there's always reasons why. And the human body, the way the human body's designed, it's the greatest engineering ever in history. It's not man-made engineering in the human body, it's God-made engineering. It has this innate ability to heal itself of just about everything, right? So if those cells in your body are functioning properly, they should be self-healing at a very high percentage. And unfortunately, most people, because of everything that they're doing, they're not managing proper ingredients every single day, and they're doing more bad than good. And over time, those cells really start to deplete in certain areas, and then their longevity becomes like misery.
Yes. How critical is sleep in biological aging and important in recovery?
It's enormous, right? We always talk about when your body is up and doing all the things it's doing and not sleeping, you still are healing. That's how we're programmed, right? So it's not like if you have a cut on your skin, this would be an analogy that it only heals at night. It heals it should be healing all the time, but especially the way our bodies work, when you're down for sleep, your body should really be ramping up the healing time, right? That's how it's designed. So if you're somebody not getting really good sleep, and it may not be your fault, like your body just may not want to go to sleep, because it doesn't even know how to heal anymore. And so those are the sorts of things we delve into at the Nerve Health Institute, which is my clinic, and in all our at-home online ways of helping people.
What role do you think that chronic stress plays in shortening both lifespan and quality of life?
It's massive, because when you think about the cells, right? So you start out with not a perfect set of cells, and then every type of stress. So you have physical stresses, you have emotional stresses, you have environmental stresses. An example of a physical stress: if I was sitting here in this podcast and I was like this,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be good for my spine. I'm sitting upright. I'm trying to maintain a decent posture. I'm trying throughout the course of my life not to injure myself physically, but it happens. And then the other type of stress would be like emotional stresses. I mean, certainly wish we could go through life with no emotional stress, but it's sometimes overwhelming. You have these massive emotional stresses. Could be the death of a loved one. Could be, an accident, or just so many things happen around us emotionally. And then we also have the environment, which is crazy in and of itself. I mean, with 5G, Wi-Fi, pollutants, chemicals, toxins, additives, preservatives. So how you are dealing with this crazy world we're in and all the things you're going through, that's a lot of, you talk about stress being one word, but it's like, if I just talk about stress, there's all this type of stress that we got to deal with on planet Earth. And if you're not doing a good job managing that, you can just wait for decline to happen.
Do you think that there's a connection between chronic inflammation and accelerated aging?
Yes, 100%. So when it comes to cells, right? Cells that are healthy don't get inflamed.
Yeah.
Cells that are unhealthy or are really dying, they get inflamed, they get aggravated, they get toxic. Basically, some people argue that without inflammation, there's no healing. And there's certain truth to that, right? So when a cell gets damaged, you got to get the circulation back to it. You got to get the brain, the nerves connected back to those cells. But over time, if those cells are not healing, they'll just stay chronically inflamed, and there's no actual healing that's happening. And they need some really specific laser beam type things to occur. And it's all this sequence of things that our body has. Like we always talk about at the Nerve Health Institute, number one ingredient in a human being, oxygen gas. People don't even know it, but it's 65% of your chemistry. So nobody breathes enough. We don't know what we're breathing anymore. And over time, we start to lose proper oxygenation to cells. Those cells get sick, they get inflamed, they don't heal. Water would be another one. So some people drink enough water, but the quality of water they're drinking is not good at all. So we got to fix that, right? If you're 60% of your body should be water, of course, the quality of the water matters. And then the third would be light energy. So like your brain staying connected to your cells, that's every single cell in your body's wired to your brain, which is crazy to think about that. But those cells, you got to do something to maintain the connectivity. That's what we do at the Nerve Health Institute. That's complicated, but it's in our world, it's really fun because we're connecting things. And then there's also other ingredients that are really important. But overall, in terms of longevity, those ingredients, you got to do a really good job of maintaining those things and doing the proper things on a day-to-day basis.
We can divulge into another one of those frequency therapies and Bodychargers. How do these support cellular recovery and long-term wellness?
So remember, at the Nerve Health Institute, we wanted to help people 24/7. People come here, we have these amazing things, amazing treatments to be able to help. And then we always teach people what to do for home. And then it turned into all these methods and techniques and devices that I personally use for me and my family and patients. Mm-hmm. So we built this platform called Bodychargers where people can go to 24/7. It has all the resources, the methods, the techniques, everything that we do on a day-to-day basis. So people can go and access that portal 24/7. It's a community of people that are helping each other from all over the world. Amazing benefits that are there. So that portal is there for people now. It's taken us a long time to I've rabbit holed just about everything you could ever imagine and gotten the best of the best into one portal for people. So you can imagine there's a lot of people online nowadays. Part of my motivation for having that was there's so much information. Right now, people don't even know what to do. You get online and you're like, this person's saying this, and this influencer saying this, and this person's saying, they don't know what to trust anymore. So I took everything and put all this amount of millions of dollars of research over the years that I've done, and honed it down into a platform for you to where everything's there. You don't even have to second guess. It's the best of the best in one platform to help you at home.
Amazing. How can people also protect their brain health and cognitive function as they age?
There's a lot of factors that go into that. It's not just one answer. But certainly I would say on a basic level, go to Bodychargers, become a member, we have this 28-day self-sparking challenge. And guess what it's doing? It's teaching people basics on how to get more oxygen, how to get more water or better quality water, how to improve their light energy in their body, how to improve frequency, how to improve magnetism, how to improve nutrients, right? How to detox your body better. There's all these different strategies. It's not just one particular thing. There's no magic plant in a foreign country that's going to come up that's going to cure everything you have. It's basic ingredients. We have to go back to the basics when it comes to longevity, and overall health. You have to go back to basic things, and you have to maintain those basic things as God intended and as God made our bodies that way.
And lastly, if someone wanted to live powerfully through all 36,525 days, where should they begin?
So again, I can't tell you when your number is going to get plucked. But if we all had that number of living to 100 years, understanding how we're made. We have all these shows on TV, how it's made, right? There's all these shows that teach you ingredients. I mean, you look on a label and you'll see ingredients. We have a label, right? 65% of us should be oxygen, should say this on a label. That's what you should make up. So breathing more, right? Getting more water, getting better quality water, listening to all our strategies we have in Bodychargers, not just following this herd of people out there that are just kind of following along and listening to the food companies and the chemical companies and the drug companies and the insurance companies kind of guiding you in this massive cycle of them making a lot of money with you being really sick. So you should be on the outside of that saying, I want to maintain my body's self-healing capacity to the highest level throughout the course of my life so that I don't have to fall to all these different diseases and illnesses and ailments.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Cormier. That does conclude our podcast for today.
If this podcast spoke to you, or if you feel like you have family members or friends that have these types of conditions that could benefit from this particular technology, then all you need to do is become a Bodychargers member or tell them about Bodychargers. Remember, it's our community that I created to help people at home with the best technologies in the world to be able to help you to self-heal your body at home and maximize your self-healing. So go to Bodychargers, become a member. That's the easiest way to get this done. And we look forward to serving you and your family. Also, if you want a higher level of care, we have the Nerve Health Institute you can always come to. That's our clinic where we have higher level services here to be able to help you. So I hope you enjoy, and we look forward to serving you and your family and look forward to our next podcast.